In today's video, I'm going to tell you the 8 ways that you can cure your depression, and please stay tuned towards the end because I'm going to give you a bonus tip that not many speak about, and it's incredibly powerful, and you can do it every day from the comfort of your own home, and it really can help with these depressive thoughts and feelings. Number 1 on the list is I want you to activate survival mode. That means keeping a roof over your head and food on the table. For most of us, that means just getting up and going to work. That allows us to pay the bills and bring in the supplies. Once you can do this on a day-to-day basis, week by week, almost robotically, then it'll give you that strength and that motivation to start implementing some of the other things that I talk about in this video. Please, if any of this resonates with you, click the like and subscribe button, and that'll encourage me to make more videos like this that can help other people who are struggling. And you'll also be alerted about any further videos I make, either on this topic or anything to do with improving your physical and mental well-being. Number 2 on the list is to get sunlight. Sunlight has a profound impact on the overall health and well-being of our body. When the sun hits our skin, it converts the cholesterol in our skin into vitamin D, and that vitamin D is needed to help produce dopamine. Dopamine is incredibly powerful in terms of that pleasure and reward system, and that pleasure and reward system encourages us to feel motivated to do things. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the symptoms of depression is people struggle to be motivated just to get out of bed. So anything that you can do to increase the level of dopamine in your bloodstream is also going to give you more motivation to actually get off your backside and do stuff. And you need that right now, because you're not going to get the other side of this by sitting down. You've got to start being proactive. So either book a week in the sunshine if you can afford to do that, or a weekend away somewhere, or just focus on getting outside more often. Just going out, even on a cloudy day, is more beneficial than the artificial lights that you get when you're sitting indoors. Looking at the sun first thing in the morning and last thing in the day also sets our circadian rhythm up, and that helps establish a routine within the body and encourages a good night's sleep. And a good night's sleep is great for helping to regulate our nervous system and also to stabilize the chemicals within our body. And if you watch my other videos, which I would strongly recommend you do, on the causes of depression, you'll remember that a chemical imbalance is one of the main causes of depression in people. So a lot of things in this list will help restore that. And the next one on the list that also has a profound impact on the chemical balance of the body is exercise. Going in at number 3, exercise is the best antidepressant we have at our disposal. We can do it on a daily basis. It can be at home, whether it be doing press-ups, whether it just be more active, whether it's just going for a walk. You don't have to go rowing across the Atlantic to achieve this. You just need to do something that elevates your heart rate and gets you out of breath, and that produces those feel-good endorphins afterwards. You don't see many people walking off the sports pitch or coming out the gym who look miserable, unless they got injured or maybe they lost the game. But afterwards, they'll have those feelings of elation because their body rewards them for doing something that has helped the body, if that makes sense. So you need to do as much of this as possible right now, because those extreme highs that you get post-exercise are going to offset some of the extreme lows that you've got as a result of feeling depressed. So exercise as often as you can. Number 4 on the list is to get off social media. Social media does not serve you at the moment. You are scrolling through, watching people living their supposed best lives. It's only a reflection of reality. This isn't reality. It's an illusion, isn't it? No one posts the bad stuff that they're going through on there. So by looking at them living their lives, looking so happy, everything's working out for them, it can emphasize how bad your situation might seem. But looking outwardly at other people right now is not going to benefit you. You need to look inwardly at yourself. And remember, comparison is the thief of joy. You need as much joy retained within you. You don't want to give it away so quickly. And scrolling through social media will certainly do that. Obviously, whatever platform I'm putting these videos on and you prefer to watch on, stick with that one. But don't go with the other ones that are distracting you and taking you away from your healing journey. Number 5 on the list is to change something. Nothing ever changes unless you make changes. Sounds bloody obvious, doesn't it? But people will often repeat the same cycles and wonder why they're getting the same results, which is pretty much the definition of insanity. In this situation, as I mentioned in the other video, the causes of depression, changing things like your environment, or maybe even the people that you hang around with, or even the relationship you find yourself in, can have a profound impact on our overall physical and mental well-being. Something as simple as rearranging your bedroom gives you a different outlook on that environment when you go in at night. If you've got a big TV in your room, or you've got stuff associated with work in your bedroom, that's not conducive to a good night's sleep, because you're bringing other stresses and other distractions into an area that should purely be about sleep. And remember what I said, how critical sleep is right now. So just change something. It doesn't have to be huge changes. It could be just simple stuff at home. Tidying the house is very rewarding, because that clutter that exists at home also exists somewhere in your brain. Number 6 on the list is to seek progress. Stagnation can lead to depression, whereas progress is mentally rewarding, and it results in those feelings of satisfaction and fulfillment, and that produces positive thoughts, and positive thoughts allow us to feel more positive, whether it's learning a new language or a new skill, or doing something creative, building something, drawing something. It puts you into that present moment, and that growth is incredibly rewarding right now. That leads me on to number 7 on the list, which is plan something. Depression is often regarded as a deep sadness. People spend a lot of time reminiscing, looking back through old pictures, old videos, and looking back to a time when they were seemingly much happier and more than likely weren't depressed back then. The trouble is, we attach feelings to these memories, but they no longer exist anymore. Looking into the past doesn't serve you right now. You've got to deal with what's happening in this day and age. Right now, you're depressed. So how do we offset dwelling on the past? We look towards the future, and we create that optimistic mindset by putting something in the diary. Even if it's just going for a meal this Friday, you know that after those 5 days at work or 4 days at work or whatever you do, you've got something to work towards. You've got that reward, and that is really powerful. It gives you like a little goalpost, a little marker in the sand to aim towards, or a little holiday booked a month in advance. And studies have shown that that anticipation, that time building up to the actual event, can lead to similar feelings of happiness than the actual event itself. So don't underestimate the power of having things to look forward to in your calendar. Number 8 on the list is to eat well. This sounds so obvious when I say it, but so many people don't realize the connection between the food you eat and how you feel. And unless you eat well for a long period of time, you'll probably never feel those benefits. But as I said earlier, the chemical imbalance can often be the main cause of depression. We are just a host of chemicals and chemical reactions, allowing us to feel and have these thoughts within ourselves. So by putting in the right ingredients, you're going to feel as good as you can. So I mean eating clean, unprocessed food. If you buy an item of food and it's got a list of ingredients on the back, it's processed and it's probably no good for you. We didn't evolve to break down monosodium glutamate and aspartame and all these random things that are added to processed foods these days. If you go to the butcher's and buy a steak, it's just beef, nothing else. Go and buy a free-range egg, although you'll never buy just one egg. If you are, that's a bit strange. Go and buy half a dozen free-range eggs. It's just pure protein. It's nature's purest form of protein, and it hasn't been altered in any way. Same with just organic vegetables. You want to be giving your body exactly what it needs, so that you've got all the right chemicals to produce all the right chemical reactions to feel as good as possible. You are what you eat. It's corny, but it's so blessed true. I really hope these things in this video have helped you in some way, and please don't be afraid to leave any comments below if there's something I've missed off here. And before we leave this video, I want to give you a bonus tip that is really going to help you. And not many people talk about this when it comes to depression, but one of the things associated with people who are depressed is they're not producing enough norepinephrine. Easy for you to say. Norepinephrine is pretty much adrenaline. So we need to do something that allows us to produce more adrenaline, even in the short term, because in the long term, we feel amazing afterwards. And that often results in an increase in dopamine again, as I said earlier. So you're asking me, well, okay, Dan, how do I increase my production of norepinephrine? Why don't they just refer to it as adrenaline? Why do they have to have this super long word? But hopefully it makes me sound a little bit more intelligent. Well, we need to do an activity, a simple activity that you can do at home. And whether you like this or not, it is going to have a huge impact on you. Cold water immersion. You don't need to buy some expensive cold plunge kit or have a big swimming pool in the back garden. All you need is a shower that turns onto cold. This only has to be done for 3 to 5 minutes once a day. Honestly, I've been doing this for 4 years. I get out of bed and I go straight into the cold shower for 3 minutes. I time it on my watch so I don't cheat. Think about the percentage of time that is in the rest of your life, 3 minutes each day, 3 minutes divided by 24 hours. It's such a small percentage, but you feel amazing afterwards. You feel superhuman. Some studies have suggested that following a cold shower or cold water immersion, you have a 250% increase in dopamine. That's something you can do every day without anybody being near you. No one can hear you screaming when you get in there. Just get in there and do it. You'll feel amazing afterwards. And remember, the more highs we can create in our lives, the less lows we've got, and the closer we are to moving out to the other side of this depression we find ourselves in. I mentioned it earlier, but please go and watch my other 2 videos on the 3 best things you can do straight away if you're depressed, and also the main reasons you're depressed in the first place. Once you know the cause, you're better able to identify a cure which corresponds to that cause. I really hope this video has helped you, and I really hope you're okay. Depression is one of the leading causes of suicide, and I don't want you to be just another statistic. Life is too precious. I've been there myself. I know how to get the other side of this. And it's one of the main reasons I came into therapy in the first place. So I've got your back here. All these things are things that I do and have done to help cure myself from any dark thoughts that I've had. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you want to work with me on a one-to-one basis, you can get me at dan@yourwilderness.therapy.com. And we can work on a one-to-one basis, because I realise everyone's situation is different, and only by knowing your specific needs can I help you specifically. Please, like I said before, click the like and subscribe button. That'll encourage me to make more videos like this, and you'll also be alerted about further videos that will help optimize your mental and physical well-being. Focus on you. Forget about the rest of the world right now. This is a survival situation. This is life or death. I've got you and you've got this. Thanks for watching.